It's time for Florida State basketball. This is the Leonard Hamilton Show. Brought to you by Powerade, the official sports drink of the Florida State Seminoles. Powerade, power through. And by the Florida Lottery, over $30 billion and counting to education. Just imagine. And now your hosts, Gene Deckerhoff and head coach Leonard Hamilton. Welcome to the Leonard Hamilton Show. We talk Florida State basketball every week, you know that, and today we're talking about March Madness, conference tournaments in full swing, and on Selection Sunday, tomorrow we'll find out where everybody's going in the big day. This is a great time of the year, Coach.
This is the greatest time of year for all college basketball fans, or basketball fans, period, regardless of whether you're high school or college or pros. The college NCAA tournament is probably the greatest sporting event in the entire world.
Yeah.
Because people watch it all over, the servicemen all over the world, the fans who live in Europe, every high school and everybody, every business, they have those pools going. And this is a basketball heaven, basketball time of year where you just enjoy all the games that go on TV and all the different conferences, girls, boys, and everybody.
Yeah, high school, college, pro, well, the pro, they play a little later on. Coach, Selection Sunday tomorrow night, and we'll find out. Everybody's going to be putting together those brackets and who's going where we're going to play, and Noles are in the final 68, I'll promise you that. We have highlights of Florida State's huge win over the Wake Forest Demon Deacons that recorded school records in both conference wins and regular season wins. We have a special feature on the man, head coach Leonard Hamilton, and his tremendous success rate in graduating basketball players at Florida State. And also, we'll take a look back at the top 10 plays of the 2018-19 basketball season. That's on today's show. We invite you to stay with us. There was a lot riding on the line this past Saturday when Florida State played the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. The Noles were 12-5 with a chance to notch a 13th ACC victory, which would be a school record, and our 25th regular season win, which would also be a school. A lot riding on this game in Winston-Salem, Coach.
Well, we got off to a slow start. You got to give Wake Forest a lot of credit. Boy, they devised a defensive scheme that kept us confused, kept us off balance, and we were able to bring some of our rotation players in, and they gave us a little lift, and we just kept chipping away and finally got some momentum. We
were down 14-2. You put 4 new players on the court, Coach, and all of a sudden we start digging into that deficit. Get an offensive rebound by Fee Cavanielli, who comes. He's the 6th man of the year in the ACC. I promise you that.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, yeah. But down 12 points, and the Noles whittled away. And how about Raekwon Gway's limited minutes in this ball game? Gets a steal, a couple of layups.
Well, he's getting better. He's making contributions into every game that he goes in and plays.
Devin Vassell took a little Euro step there, Coach, and made a nice layup. But we see 2 baskets in a row by Raekwon Gray, a redshirt freshman. How about the steal by Anthony Polite?
There's no doubt that these guys came in and impacted the game in a positive way.
Great anticipation, steals the pass, and I'll tell you what, that could have been more than just 2 free throws coming there, Coach.
It could have been a 3-point play.
Yeah, it could have been. But FSU now is still trying to battle back, and I thought Kamaji, even though he gets the rebound and the stuff here, may have had his best game as a center.
Well, he did a very good job. He was active, he was rebounding, he was changing shots, and he blocked shots. He played with a lot of enthusiasm. You see our guys just seem to have a good culture.
Yeah. Trent Forrest drives, and here's Kamaji again. When he gets the ball in the basket, that's a 99.9% made shot, isn't it?
Well, there's no doubt that our guys are doing a very good job looking for him.
Yeah, we did this against them earlier. In fact, Chris Kamaji's played his 2 best games of the season against Wake Forest, Coach.
Well, and we needed every one of his points in order to give us a good start.
Yeah, 8 points, 10 big rebounds, and 3 block shots at the defensive end. Devin Vassell, he gives you a great touch from 3-point range.
There's no doubt that offensively, these guys are giving us a big lift, and we probably need to give them more minutes.
Coach, last couple of games in a row, we've been down at halftime, down 7, but we get off to a great start here. And the starters are back in here, Coach.
We came back in the second half and with a lot better focus, and we did a much better job of getting tip-ins and hustle baskets, and our defense was solid.
Phil Kofer was shut out. All 4 or 5 starters were shut out in the first half. They really go to work here. How about this tip-in? A left-handed tip by Phillip.
Well, we only had one starter scoring in the first half, but in the second half we came out and did a much better job.
And when you go on a 15-3 run, then an 18-0 run, you get good 3-point shooting and a nice rebound by M.J. Walker. We know he can shoot, but he's the total player, isn't he?
Well, MJ's did a great job. Here's Trent Forrest knocking down a three-pointer, and we seem as though we got some momentum, some confidence, and really was able to put the game away.
A defensive steal by Raekwon Gray, and he's got guard skills. Unselfish. How about the alley-oop stuff? Well, maybe the prettiest play of the whole ballgame.
Well, anytime you can get a basket, when teams are really balling you up defensively, you really feel good about it. It gives you a good feeling, momentum, and a little more energy.
Yeah, an assist from MJ and a slam stop by Terrence. And here's another alley-oop, slam dunk. Fiandrew Cabangeli. Just can't say enough about his sophomore season game.
There's no doubt that he's having an outstanding year.
Cabangeli, 7 points, 9 rebounds. We work the ball around, and P.J. Savoy does what he does, Coach.
But that started with Terrence Mann being able to get a foot in the paint, drawing the defense, getting inside. Once you get better high percentage shots, good things happen when you penetrate in the paint.
Go ahead basket, Trent Forrest, he does that almost every time we need a big basket. It's number 3. Now the Seminoles got the lead. We're going to build on this lead, build it double digits in a hurry.
Here's again, we got a foot in the paint, and we're scoring baskets.
Phil Kofor, 9 points, 4 rebounds in the ball game. They're still in his own, Coach, and we're wearing them out. We're up 4. Now a triple, we're up 7, and the beat goes on, Coach.
Once we got the lead, I thought our guys gained a lot more confidence. The bench got into the game, and everybody performed well at that point.
When MJ let that ball go, you knew it was going to be the bottom of the net, a little scoop layup, harm, and a free throw coming for Terrence Mann. Coach, we shot free throws not as well as you'd like to shoot free, but we made them down the stretch.
Another paint touch and another basket.
Well, I said we made it, but how about this? You miss the free throw, you get the offensive rebound. That's a 4-point play.
No doubt about that, but I was excited about that.
The bench excited, and a missed shot, but a stuff by Fee Cabangeli. Fee Cabangeli, one of his 9 rebounds, and they stick back for the second chance point.
We had, 19 rebounds between our post guys?
Yeah, two big for Fee Cabangeli, and 10 by Kamaji and 9 by Fee Cabangeli, 19.
That's big in anybody's book.
Coach, we're down 7 at halftime, and we build a 15-point lead. We win by 8 on the road, and you see the shooting percentage there, but that belies how we did in the second half. We shot about 56%.
No doubt. We didn't shoot the ball well from the 3. We didn't shoot the ball well from the free throw line, but we were able to go on the road and get a much-needed victory.
Much-needed victory. It's ACC win number 13. The school has never won 13 ACC games. Congratulations on that, Coach. And there was a stat the ACC put out. Teams that began the season 1-4, only 3 other teams besides Florida State have been able to have a winning conference record in the 57 years of the ACC. Well, a tremendous accomplishment.
That's a tremendous accomplishment by our players, and I thought the camaraderie, the togetherness, the unity, the teamwork, the synergy that has been created with those guys, the family atmosphere really played a part in us being able to sacrifice for each other, be unselfish in relation to scoring and minutes played. This has been a great year for our players to develop and come together.
13-5 in the ACC conference, number 4 seed in the ACC championship tournament, 25-6 in the regular season, another school record, all part of this phenomenal 2018-19 season. Now, coming up, we're going to go off the court, into the classroom, into the study hall, and find out how Leonard Hamilton graduates 97% of his student athletes. That's coming up. Welcome back to the Leonard Hamilton Show. The regular season is over. We're involved in conference tournaments all over the country, and Selection Sunday is tomorrow. Florida State will find out what we're playing in the big dance in the NCAA tournament. Coach, a lot goes into college basketball. You've got the success on the court, but off the court, I don't think there's another program in the country that graduates as high a rate as Florida State does, and I think that's a testament to how you coach and how you build this program.
Well, I think it's the most important part of this whole process. These guys coming to school, getting their education and getting their degrees and going on and preparing themselves for life after basketball. Sometimes that gets lost in the shuffle, but we understand the importance of it, and our guys are bought in, and they're doing very well.
In a collegiate athletics world where a degree may sometimes come second to a playing career, it is rewarding to see a team dialed in to the academics aspect of their college career. In the last 17 years, only 2 FSU basketball players have not graduated with a degree after playing at least 4 seasons for the Seminoles. That is 61 out of 63 players for an astounding 97% success rate.
Michael Olajin Ojo.
I've worked with a lot of men's basketball coaches over the years doing this, and everybody in recruiting talks about graduation and wanting the guys to succeed. Coach Hamilton actually means it.
Over the last 17 years, Coach Ham's student athletes have enjoyed the unique experience to buy into this academic-first mentality.
I would say it just makes it complete, the whole student-athlete experience. I mean, when you got a guy that wants to see you succeed in basketball as well as off the court, it just goes to show the type of guy he is, and it makes you kind of get the whole college feel with basketball and the school part of it.
While some players are experiencing it now, for those who are no longer with the program, the culture of coming back is still very much alive. Those 2 players who haven't received their degrees both have plans to come back, rebound, and finish out what they've started.
When you look at a Solomon Alabi, a guy who left to play pro early, coming back to finish his degree, Malik Beasley taking classes while he's in the NBA, and Al Thornton and a Jonathan Isaac, both who are going to come back this summer and start working on finishing their degrees. I mean, these are guys, in some cases, who are multimillionaires, but they know that in the end, they've got to come back and finish what they promised they would do when they got here as freshmen, which is complete that degree.
And that's what it all comes down to for Hamilton. It's not the awards or the accolades, it's about creating well-rounded gentlemen who will continue to succeed long after they've left Florida State.
A lot of emphasis placed on winning and going to the tournament and going to the NCAA tournament. But in reality, the most important thing we do is take young people at teenagers and we develop them during the period of their life that's so very important into young adulthood. And as you prepare them getting their degrees and full understanding that at some point in time, the air's gonna go out of the ball and they're gonna stop playing and they're gonna need to be husbands and fathers and neighbors, and they're gonna be responsible for their well-being and the well-being of others.
I think with him, he's kind of more focused of, you know, how we're going to turn out as a man, you know, later on down in life. So I think he's pretty much focused on us, you know, locking into our, you know, all our studies and stuff like that way before basketball. So
that mindset of basketball not being forever isn't one that should get players down. It instead reminds them of what is important once the game is over and there's time to reflect.
Now, he's done this a long time, and the guys really see it, especially, you know, guys finish that senior year and as graduation is getting closer, they start looking back, and you can really tell where it's starting to click of this is why they emphasize this is why this mattered, and the reality that basketball is going to end.
When I look back, I'll just be thankful. I mean, a lot of times it's aggravating and things like that now, but I'm sure once I get older, I'll be able to look back and say I can understand why my coaches were hard on me about getting my grades and getting my degree.
And although many of Coach Hamilton's teams have made it to the dance, even making it to the Elite Eight just a year ago, it is not measured in comparison to what the young men on his team mean to him and what he believes his title as coach truly entails.
Well, I think that's part of your responsibility. The most important thing is when you have a relationship with your players where they appreciate and respect the leadership that you've given them.
And players who haven't yet graduated see the importance of having a Coach Hamilton in the early stages of their life.
I think with Coach Ham, he kind of treats you as a son. So I think just having that type of characteristic for him really helped me grow into what I am today.
I feel like that's one of the biggest things for Coach Ham is he wants to make sure we're straight after basketball is over. And I feel like just having somebody like that, you know that you can have them in your corner forever.
Big tip to Bean. Oh, yes! Right over Sadiq Bey, and some noise here from Florida State. Wow. Did he get up? That's a big time jam. That's a big time jam.
Trying to get away from Gray, who knocked it away and picked it up. Florida State on the run, up top for man. And he's rocking the rim.
Now you see what the Seminoles do best. When they're able to come up and force turnovers, getting out in transition, they're very difficult to defend.
Taking David Nichols on the lane, in the free throw lane area. Bob, we spin, puts up the left-hand shot, no good. Rio slam dunk, Devin Vassell.
Yeah, it's been a real struggle in the second half. And there's a takeaway. Morris, good night. Wow. As he gets the steal and the dunk. He's got 5 steals in this game. That one led directly to a bucket.
Ball loose, ball knocked away, picked up by Phil Cofer. Down the court, Cofer ahead. Harris man alley-oop, slam dunk Cofer. Cofer with a two-handed flush off the assist by Terrence Mann.
Great job getting on the offensive glass. Oh,
a turnover. We are tied. M.J. Walker with the steal.
Look at this. All of a sudden, they pops the ball loose. Great steal, great conversion, and the bench loves it.
5th time in the last 7 games. Down the lane, the C's part for Trent Forrest.
Tell you one thing, Coach Keats can't be happy with that defensive effort. There was enough to put a Mack truck right down that lane for that jam.
Defended by Waters. Crosses half court. Now to the wing. 3-point look. Cabangeli. No good. Oh! It did go in. It hit the iron. I thought it was no good. It drops through. 0.5 left. From my vantage point, that ball got a breeze in midair and kicked through. How about that shot? FSU wins it 79-76. Cabangeli, your hero.
Man, he's been scoreless in the second half. Gives it up to Forrest with 6 left. Forrest gets it. 1-point lead for Florida State with 5.2 to go.
Levitate in the air and knock that shot down. What a beautiful play by Trent Forrest.
2 seconds left. They throw it away, and Florida State's home unbeaten streak against non-conference foes moves to 28 games with a comeback win over the 19th ranked Purdue Boilermakers.
David Nichols, triple launch, no good. Rebound down, slam dunk. Terrence Mann with a right hand. How can you limit it to just 10? I think there was about 150 big plays in the 2019 season, Coach, but I digress. I know which one you thought was the biggest play. I know which one I thought was the biggest play. And oh, by the way, we still have big plays to come, I'm sure.
Well, we're excited about the postseason tournament. There's no doubt about that.
Welcome back to our show. Let's see, we had highlights of Florida State, Wake Forest. We talked about the tremendous graduation rate of Florida State basketball players. We had a view of the top 10 plays of the season. I thought there should have been 150, Coach, but this is our final show of the year. Tomorrow, Selection Sunday. We'll find out where we're playing in the NCAA for the 4th year in a row, Coach.
Well, we're excited about it, but we're anticipating a very, very great NCAA tournament. Our players have claimed it. We're excited about it, and we're looking forward to it.
4 in a row, Coach. This team has played so well. Last year we made it to the Elite 8. Could there be an Elite 8 or better finish to this season?
Well, that's one thing good about the NCAA tournament. That anything's capable of happening. We feel that we have as much of a chance to win the national title as anyone. That's the way we're talking. That's the way we're communicating, and our players are excited about the opportunity.
All-time great attendance for basketball at Florida State University. The Donald L. Tucker Civic Center rocked all season long. Thank you for joining us on the Leonard Hamilton TV show, and thank you for coming out to the arena and cheering the Noles on as we've had the most successful season in school history. Thank you very much, Coach. It's been a great season.
Well, thank you very much.
And I can't wait till the big dance starts next week. That's our show for the season. Thanks for joining us. For Coach Leonard Hamilton, G. Deckeroff saying, go Seminoles.
This has been the Leonard Hamilton Show, brought to you by Powerade, the official sports drink of the Florida State Seminoles. Powerade, power through. And by the Florida Lottery, over $30 billion and counting to education. Just imagine.